All right, ladies and gentlemen, MrSotko here. Welcome back to the channel. Got a whole bunch of new crypto news stuff for you. The mustache is getting a lot larger, and that's when you know the crypto winter is coming. It's kind of like those caterpillars that come out with the black and the brown on them, and people are always like, well, if it's a lot larger, the black or whatever, it's going to be a longer winter. And that hearsay nonsense or whatever. But the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is Terra community approves Dogecoin's plans to revive the project. Mind the skepticism here after the horrible crash. I know a few people who lost quite a bit of money with Terra so far. And the UST token is probably at like 6 cents or something like that. It keeps trying to come up. The blockchain of Luna is currently, quite frankly, kaput, and they're trying to make a new token. So let's go over this. If you are a Terra UST holder, this does apply to you, and you may be able to recover something out of this, and you might want to take note and try to do some additional research. So Terra's proposal 1623, outlining plans to revive the collapsed Terra ecosystem, has been approved by the community. On May 16th, Do Kwon, the creator of the Terra ecosystem, proposed revival plans, which included the creation of a new blockchain and issuing new Luna tokens. Now, I want to show you something real quick before we continue. This is the Terra Classic coin, so this is Luna, but it's since been rebranded as Terra Classic. The blockchain no longer functions as far as I know, and it's at some abysmally low thousandths of a coin cent. And this is the new one, so Terra Luna. So you can see that there's like a link here. Click for Terra version 2. But the market data is currently untracked. It said it's going to be coming out today, the 27th, but I'm unsure of what the price is or if the blockchain is actually currently functioning. But I'm not a Luna holder, so my concern with it is actually particularly low. However, I know a lot of people are Terra holders, so you may be quite interested in finding out on So the proposed revival plans include the new Luna tokens. According to data from Terra Station, 65.5% of all voters support the proposal. More than 20% of voters abstained, and 13.2% vote strongly oppose the proposal with a veto. Interestingly enough, too, you can see some of those vetoes over here with some tweets. Don't buy, please don't listen to any exchanger. Luna, I hope nobody buys this and stick to Classic. Who trusts you after what happened from the previous project? Luna scamming again. Biggest 2022 scam. True Luna is LUNC, Luna Classic. So there's somebody trying to find, because it's since been rebranded to LUNC as Luna Classic. And so apparently none of these tweets are actually positive. So 65% of people actually voted for this new proposal, but apparently none of these tweets are particularly positive. This is not real version 2 Luna, total scam. Good luck with version 2. We support Luna Classic. Scam. I don't buy this coin. Scam. I wish good luck Luna Classic. These just go on and on and on. Do Kwon, you suck. I hope you go to jail. So none of these are really supportive of this. So it's actually interesting. 65.5% voted yes. Yet all of those tweets, although maybe a small portion, show otherwise. Following the successful approval from the community, the organization supporting all things Terra will go ahead and deploy the new Terra blockchain relaunch stated for May 27th, which is today. There's also a new Luna token to go with it, again, what I showed you. The distribution model for the new Luna tokens includes 30% for the community pool, 35% for Luna holders before the crash of the ecosystem. So if you had Luna, you will get some of it. And 10% for pre-crash anchor staked UST holders. 10% for post-crash Luna holders. So if you bought after the crash, which I don't know the exact date of what they consider that crash to be. So I guess if you bought it when it was, 10 cents, thinking that it was going to go up in price and it was going to be a good deal, I guess 10% for you. and 15 for post-crash UST holders. Again, it doesn't say what that date is, what they consider post-crash, so you're gonna get something maybe. Snapshots of user balances were taken before and after the crash of the Terra ecosystem. Users who held through the entire period are entitled to multiple distributions, including both pre- and post-crash allocations. The distributions of tokens is also subject to a vesting period and cliff, meaning users won't get their tokens instantly on May 27th. The proposal also includes the removal of Terra's algorithmic stablecoin UST, among other items. Okay, so that's interesting. So again, if you were a Terra holder at Luna, might want to dig into that a little bit deeper, maybe go into some of their social media, figure out how you're going to get that. Maybe you just get that in your wallet or something like that. I don't know. I was not a Luna holder, I guess, fortunately enough, but a lot of people got super wrecked on that. Again, it's a little bit ambiguous. I think the most ambiguous part of this is the post-crash holders. When was that? Are you considering that when it was $100 and then it started dipping, or is that, like when it was $50 and then started dipping? Like, when is that exactly? I wish they would have posted that. However, we have another article here about Terra. Terra community votes unanimously to destroy 1.3 billion UST tokens. So the governance vote on Terra's proposal 1747 to burn 1.388 billion UST stablecoins has passed. This will reduce UST supply by roughly 11% of its total supply of 11.28 billion tokens, which used to be $11 billion. However, that's not the case anymore because Terra UST is something like maybe 6 cents. I'm just throwing that out there at the moment. It's just in the cents, so it's definitely not $11 billion at the moment. More than 99% of all 154 million votes supported the burn proposal. Less than 1% abstained, and roughly 10,000 voted against the proposal. The primary objective behind the proposal is to reduce the bad debt with the Terra economy and help restore the stablecoin's dollar peg by burning UST tokens from the community pool. Of the total 1.388 billion UST to be burned, the Terra community pool holds 1 billion of them, with the remaining 371 million UST coming from the cross-chain bridge on Ethereum. Terra's community pool funds can only be used upon successful approval from the Terra community. If this proposal passes, 1 billion, 17 million UST from the community pool will be sent to the community core burn module. Additionally, the 371 million cross-chain UST will be bridged back to Terra and be burned. So that should help it recover a little bit, but I'm really not sure what the future of UST is supposed to be with this new coin coming out. And again, with all of the people against this, can it reach the same market cap? Luna, you made us losing all of our money. You did not stopping all exchanges from selling your coin. Buy Classic only. See, people are still holding on to the Luna Classic, and they want their old Luna to go up in price, and they really don't want to transition over because, quite frankly, I've seen this before where crashes have happened and then and the developers tried to do this. This is basically just word developer salad, where they're like, oh yeah, and they just sort of made up these numbers for the most part, like 30% for the community pool, let's see, 35% for Luna holders before the crash, let's see, he's just throwing a Dungeons and Dragons dice around, 10% for pre-crash Anchor UST holders, and it's just sort of random numbers, and it kind of adds up, but it's really just random, and nobody's going to get all of their money back. It's just not going to happen. The amount of money still in the ecosystem, it's all gone. And the money that people are going to get back is a fraction of what they originally had. And what you're going to get back is a joke. Now, you're going to maybe recover some of it, and if I had lost my funds with Luna, I would definitely go about this, and I would just receive my tokens and be done with it, and be like, okay, well, I got something back. But it's going to be a joke, and that's unfortunate, but it's just the truth of crypto, and I've seen this before. I've seen it, we'll see it again and again and again, where they just sort of make up this mix of numbers where it's like, oh yeah, 30% for community holders, and I don't know, 20% for the blah 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 holders. They just make these up randomly, and then they're like, yeah, we'll just vote on it, right? But all these people, how did 65%, an overwhelming amount, vote on this? You can see here that, yes, 65% voted on this, and I can understand why they voted on this, because Terra is not coming back. Luna is not coming back, because you're not going to have a token that was once worth $100. Right. And then it goes down to less than $1. It went down to, I think, like 30 cents or less. And then that gives you because the problem is here now, it's just simple economics. It's just not going to happen for everybody, because the problem is that once it goes from $100 down to 30 cents, you would be able to buy just hundreds of them, or I think it crashed to just mere cents. I can't even remember. And you would be able to buy hundreds or thousands of them for your equivalent money that you had. And then if it went back to hundreds of dollars, the market cap and everybody would just be millionaires. And that's just not going to happen. We all know that's not how money works. Things just don't crash down to just cents and then just go up to hundreds of dollars again within weeks or months. Otherwise, everyone would just buy millions of them for pennies on the dollar, and then you would just be a millionaire in a couple months. Woo, that was easy. We all know that's just not how it works. It's just never going to be how it works. So everyone's just going to get burned on this, and everyone knows they're going to get burned on this. Dogecoin's a scammer. Don't buy this token. One person's like, where can I buy this? But everyone, Luna will pump hard. Well, there's one guy, but for the most part, yeah, everybody realizes that this is just probably not going to happen. I'm highly skeptical. I believe that there's going to be a new Luna token and a new blockchain, but I don't believe it's going to be a great success. But moving on here to some interesting news, I suppose Solana's blockchain clock loses track of time, because blockchain now running 30 minutes behind. Oh, Solana. So Solana's blockchain clock is currently adrift of real-world time by about 30 minutes due to longer than ideal slot times on the network, the project reported. According to the notice posted at 3:34 UTC, the issue does not have any impact on network performance, except for the fact that you're 30 minutes off. That's all. Transactions on the network will, however, show timestamps that are different from wall clock time, which can greatly affect blockchain, actually. This time disparity is one of the effects of the current slower slot times of Solana. Well, you got yourself a bit of a problem there, because that really shouldn't happen. It should, the clock time, it's a clock, guys. It's a clock, right? It should just occur. What do you mean? How do you get off time? It's a timestamp. It shouldn't really be. Oh man, Solana, guys, Solana. I can't even. Solana's ideal slot time is 400 milliseconds, but this value has almost doubled to 746 milliseconds. But how does that affect your clock? That's amazing. While Solana is a proof-of-stake blockchain, the network also uses a proof of history as a consensus algorithm. Proof of history takes care of Solana's timekeeping by enabling each node on the network to maintain an accurate record of time. Apparently not. Oh, Solana, again. So, well, Solana has frequently messed up. This isn't the first time. Didn't Solana go down for 24 hours one time? It just stopped working. Solana's no stranger. Yeah, here it is at the bottom. Solana's no stranger to these operational and performance issues. The network has suffered outages on different occasions. Just, on occasions. With the blockchain not processing transactions for several hours at a time. It's okay. Solana. And I think I just read an article earlier that Solana is actually processing more NFTs currently than Ethereum, which is probably a good thing, right? Because we have all this data on Solana, and that's probably a good thing, that our times are just off and that it just stops working for hours on end. Whereas Litecoin, I think, has 100% uptime, and Bitcoin, I think it's like 99.9%, because I think it did go down, I think, briefly in like 2012 or 2011 or something like that, like way back in the day, for a brief period of time. And I think that was actually due, if I'm not mistaken on this, I think that was due to the Bitcoin bug, where it produced like 13 billion Bitcoin or something like that. Like somebody accidentally or purposely produced like 13 billion Bitcoin, and then they had to take it offline and then redo it real quicker. Something like that, something along those lines. I don't have that information just offhand in my head real quick. But for the most part, blockchains are supposed to have virtually 100% uptime, but not Solana. Solana's fine. It should go up in price, guys. Moving on to some different news. Dogecoin spiked 15% as Elon Musk says SpaceX will soon accept it for merch payments, because Dogecoin and Elon Musk, because Elon Musk said so. So of course it goes up in price, where it's been just dumping in price. And historically, it's been under 1 cent virtually its entire lifetime. I think it got over 1 cent very briefly at the beginning of 2018, I believe it was, when all the alts like exploded right after Bitcoin did in December of 2017. And then like the next month in January, that's when all the altcoins exploded. Like that's when like Ethereum hit 1400, and I think Dogecoin briefly shot above 1 cent. And that was like the only time in its history. And then for some reason, along comes 2020, or was it 2021, and all of a sudden Dogecoin explodes because Elon Musk said so, and people are like, yeah, Elon. And then people on Facebook who have never touched cryptocurrency in their life are talking about Dogecoin on there, and I'm like, I don't think you guys know what you're talking about. Do you guys know how this is even made? There's like 10,000 Dogecoin produced like every 10 minutes. It's the most inflationary coin ever. You guys are gonna get wrecked. And they did pretty bad. A friend of mine bought it at like 27 cents, and then it went up to like 50, and he didn't sell it, and then it went down to 27 cents, and he panicked sold it, and then he bought in at like 40 cents, and then it went up to like 70, and then he panicked sold it at about like 35 cents again. And I'm like, you have to sell it like when it goes up in price. Like I was like right there with him, like on the phone, like texting him. I'm like, you should sell this. He's like, nah, I got this. I'm like, nah, don't listen to the guy who's like literally has a crypto channel and has been in it for like years. Don't listen to me. I'm what do I know, right? I wouldn't know what I'm talking about. SpaceX CEO Elon Musk said the firm will soon accept Dogecoin as a form of payment. Previously, on similar occasions, Musk's comments had driven the popular meme coin to surge in value within a short period of time. This time, the cryptocurrency spiked nearly a hot 15%. I bet that just went back down, though. We'll check on that in just a second, because that never lasts. Right after the news broke, but it soon gave away most of its gains. The article already finished it for me. See, I don't know what I'm talking about, guys. I don't even need to read the rest of the article. I'm just like, I bet that just went down in price, and it just did. Like, I don't even read these articles most of the time. Like, I read, like, what I do is, I look for the best news, and I'm like, Dogecoin spiked 15%. People are going to want to read that, right? And then I just guess the rest of the article. And I'm just that good. I've been doing it a while. After announcing the EV giant Tesla would accept Dogecoin as payment for some of its merchandise, because everyone's just going to go out and buy a Dogecoin just so they can specifically see. Here's the problem I see with cryptocurrency. Here's like the inherent problem I see. I'm going to go off on a tangent for a second, guys. I know people are probably going to click that X right now. You guys always do, but don't worry about it, right? No hard feelings. I'm going to go off on a tangent. Here's cryptocurrency's inherent problem. If you are a miner and you're producing your own cryptocurrency, you got like miners going, this is not your problem, okay? Because if you're mining your own cryptocurrency and producing it, and it's just showing up in your wallet, and you're like, what should I do with it? You either sell it or you spend it, okay? So this does not apply to you if you are a miner, okay? We're going to put you over in the corner. Does not apply to you. Now, if you are a purchaser, just a purchaser, you are not a miner, you're just a purchaser of cryptocurrency, this does apply to you. Because cryptocurrency doesn't make sense in a lot of ways in this aspect, right? Don't get me wrong, I love cryptocurrency, but why would I go out, take out my debit card, and then boop, 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 process that like on an exchange, buy Dogecoin, like wait the 7-day period to like put my bank account on, or like pay the fee, like a debit fee or a credit card fee to buy Dogecoin, or wait the 7 days, or oftentimes, like if you use Coinbase, like they have an instant buy feature with your debit card, but the only problem is like you can't actually take the cryptocurrency off of the exchange until like the full payment clears. Like they allow you to buy it instantly, but and trade it instantly, but you can't actually take it off of the exchange for like, it's like 7 or 10 days. Like it's quite a while, right? So like, why would I go through that whole process and take that time, which like admittedly takes many days to do, like overall, to buy Dogecoin, then wait the days, just like twiddle my thumbs, twiddling my thumbs, waiting on my Dogecoin, and then boom, like 7 days goes by, like my mustache is now larger, right, from waiting, the anxiety of waiting for my Dogecoin to be able to move it. Then take that Dogecoin to Tesla or SpaceX website because I want to buy some merch. Then go through the process of spending it and hope that it doesn't go down a cent or up a cent, right, because it'll get rejected by BitPay, like if they're using BitPay, because I've had that happen with Newegg. Like I got rejected twice for 2 graphics cards like back in the day, so I was just like, oh, I'm not going to do that again, right? Because I put in the exact amount and it's just like rejected because it went up $1. and then get your product. Why wouldn't I just go to their website? If I really wanted their merch, I would just get out my debit card, not have to pay the fee, not have to wait for the time, and then just swipe my debit card, or well, this would be online, so I would just put my numbers in and then get my merchandise. Why would I go through that whole process unless I already had Dogecoin? It doesn't make sense. But then if you already had Dogecoin, right? Like if you already had Dogecoin, then it wouldn't be buy pressure on Dogecoin because you already have it. Therefore, it's not putting buy pressure on Dogecoin. Therefore, the price of Dogecoin is not going up. It doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Like these payments, these, like, it sounds like it's super good news, but none of it actually makes sense because nobody's going to go way, way, way out of their way to wait and go through the whole terrible process of buying cryptocurrency, because I like buying cryptocurrency as an investment, but like to buy it, to actually wait the time to spend it, to it doesn't make any sense. Like if you already have Dogecoin, it's not going to put buy pressure on it. It makes no sense. However, Musk did not specify when the payment option will be made to the public. When asked if SpaceX would allow customers to pay for Starlink's internet subscriptions with Dogecoin, Musk replied, maybe one day. SpaceX accepted Dogecoin as full payment for a lunar mission dubbed Doge 1 mission to the moon. Musk noted that Dogecoin would be the first cryptocurrency in space. At the time of writing, the largest meme coin by market caps, slightly below 8 cents. So I got Dogecoin up because of the article. So we were at like 7 cents, 7.7, and then it went to 8.5. So like barely went up on this news. And that again, that's just news. This is not because people are buying it to buy merchandise. This is just because somebody's seen the tweet, and a lot of people actually have bots. And if Elon Musk mentions Doge, these bots literally see the word Doge and they automatically buy. I kid you not. There's like, this is not a joke. Like they will automatically buy Dogecoin. Even if Elon Musk tweeted, sell all of your Doge, it just sees the word Doge and it would automatically buy it. So it would actually wreck people. Yeah, and then it just went right back down in price. But again, yeah, guys, don't get fooled too much by this. I mean, like, if you can make money off of this, like, kind of pump, like, whenever, like, things like this happen, don't get me wrong. Like, go ahead and do it. But, like, nobody's going to go out of their way. And if you already have Dogecoin, it doesn't put any buy pressure because you already have it. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. But moving on here, we got some lower in prices, and I don't think we're at the bottom. I don't think we're at the bottom anytime soon. The news everywhere in terms of the regular markets, in terms of the regular economy outside of cryptocurrency, is talking about next year being a total recession. I believe that we're currently in a recession. I know numerically, technically, we're not in a recession. I think for the little guy like us, regular people, I think we're definitely in a recession due to the inflation, high prices everywhere. But for people with $8 million in their bank account, I don't think they say so because it's like 2% off from being a recession. But we're in a recession, like, right? But anyway, moving on from that, I digress. They say that next year is going to be even worse. Again, I think 2025 is going to be a great year for crypto. It's going to be, 6 to 9 months after the halving of 2024. So it's going to be an accumulation period for 2 years. If you're a big cryptocurrency investor, this is a great opportunity. The way you can look at this is always positive. If prices are going down, you say to yourself, well, I can buy more now. If prices are going up, oh, my portfolio is worth more. So that's the way you sort of look at it. $28,000 Bitcoin, 1,758 Ethereum. Prices are going down all over the place, but I expect this to not let up. I don't see any good news on the horizon. I don't see anything good that would really turn this around. I hope so. I hope to be wrong about that. I hope good news comes soon. That helps my channel. It's good for my channel. So I hope for the good news, not only for portfolios, but for the views. So I'm just saying, nothing good on the horizon at the moment. So it's just an accumulation period, and I think it's going to be a couple years. It might be a good year. Maybe next year or maybe the year after, there might be or maybe 2023, there might be like a summer high, and then a dip. And that sort of happened in 2019. If you guys remember that one, that seems to happen, mid halving, like getting close to the halving, but I don't think we're going to see explosive back to 60K kind of thing until a halving. That's all I have for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. As usual, I'll see you guys next time.